Hi, I'm Renee Bohr with my client James Kyle, who's the president and CEO of Millennium, which is a company that he founded back in 2004. And what Millennium does is provides material, they're a materials distributor of products that build broadband networks. And in a nutshell, they help their clients connect America. Yeah. So just thinking back over the last 8 weeks, what have you learned about yourself? Just thinking back over the last 8 weeks and the crisis that you've been working through.
That's a great question, and my answer is probably a little different than a lot of other business owners right now. With today's environment, broadband's never been more important.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things I've learned about myself is that I actually believe what I've been championing all these years, that we want to continue to build out America and help our clients connect their clients.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other things I've found is that not just myself, but a lot of us tend to get lost in our activities. And this last 8 weeks where we've been sheltering in place, social distancing, but still working from the office, I've had to look at what I do every day and do things with intent. So for better or for worse, in this time, I'm a little embarrassed to say we've actually surged in our business, but it's not because we're out visiting clients. It's not because we're doing anything different. It's just an extremely strong demand that's really taxing the systems and the processes that we have in place. So instead of being reactive to it, we now have the time. It's almost like a business clarity break.
Mm-hmm.
We've had 8 weeks to sit back and really be intentional about looking at our people, looking at our processes, delivering on expectations. So
yeah, very good. So how has EOS helped you and your leadership team?
The biggest thing EOS has helped with, and I actually referenced this in a business group meeting that I had this past week, is that when I look at something short term and our management team looks at something short term like this crisis, it creates a lot of anxiety. Mm-hmm. And what EOS has done first and foremost is made us continue to look out 10 years. And if you look out 10 years, you can pretty much weather any local immediate storm, right? And so I think overall, just the long-term vision and focusing on that has kept us from really getting frantic or feeling the anxiety of the current situation.
Yeah. There's a great little book out called The Obstacle is the Way. And so you're looking 10 years out, you're saying this is just a blip, right? It's just a blip. Yeah. And what specific tool has been most helpful?
So that's easy. And it's a tool that we've been using since we started with Traction, but never fully appreciated until now, and that's the level 10. And the level 10 with the cascading messages, it gives us an opportunity every week to, number one, have that meeting. So staying in the meeting polls, having 90 minutes where we're just spending it together and we're attacking the issues. And then from there, the cascading messages. Communication, again, I don't think it's ever been more important than it is right now because there's so much uncertainty and we don't have the information, we don't have the answers for our people. So coming together and really figuring out what's going on, what issues we have, and making decisions on how to solve those moving forward, and then communicating them effectively with everybody, that's been key. And I think it's also been almost a social circle for a lot of our employees where they can get on and plan on spending time with their coworkers and friends within the company on a weekly basis.
Yeah, terrific. Yeah. So now's the time to over communicate.
I think so.
Yeah. And so what pearls of wisdom or what advice would you give your fellow business owners? I know you belong to a Vistage group, so what advice would you impart?
So coming from the Vistage meeting this week, it's pretty universal that we realize that cash is king. And whether it's actual cash or some sort of credit vehicle that you're able to use. That's what's really helping us all weather this storm. Because whether your business is slow or your business is surging, both of them really require cash and cash flow to continue to service our clients, our employees, and our vendors. And so, that being said, one of the things that we will continue to do is to foster the relationships with our vendors, including our bankers and our attorneys, because they've really helped set up vehicles that allow us to keep working no matter what's going on in the short term. And I actually do engage a lot of them and share with them our 10-year vision, so that even if there is a hiccup in the short term, they're willing to help us get through it together.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Well, James, thanks again for your time today. I know you're a busy guy and you're working out of the new international headquarters. I see a shark swimming behind you there on your bookcase. Introduce the story there.
Little nuggets around.
Yeah. So just as a shark never sleeps, you never sleep either. So again, I appreciate your time. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Renee. Take care.
All right.